Let's go. Happy Monday, everybody. Let's get a sway. Let's see how we're doing today. How you doing out there, okay? Are we kicking some ass? Check in with yourself. What is today? Day 25. Can you believe that? Day 25. We're almost at day 30. This will mark the third cycle, people. And this will be three times that you've done 30 days and you've actually changed your life. How about that? Little pat on the back. Little red bar clap. Sounds good. And guess what today is? Today is the 100th video that I've been doing. Isn't that fucking wild? That's crazy. Hell, I didn't even know if I could do 4 or 5 in a row. And here I am, 100 in a row. Here we are, right? Trying to get the old, schedule locked down so that it's easy peasy and repeatable every day. Woo, is right, man. Woo, woo, woo. So anyway, so we got that going on. Celebration. Let's go, Jared. Jared's down there in Lima, Peru. I got to see how he did. I got to hear from Hillbilly Harry. And the fantastic thing is now I got my setup ready to go and I can get him on. So we'll be getting him on pretty soon, okay? And everybody else, I'm really excited about that. That really put a pep in my step. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all doing today? Now, check in with yourself. Is your fire stoked? Did you have a good weekend? Did you get a lot of crazy stuff going on? Now, we had a great Sunday Funday, man. We had a great Sunday. If you didn't watch that video, go watch it. Because, woo-wee, I am still eating my pastrami sandwich, people. I'm still eating it. Now, I took this and I ground up the pastrami and mixed it with a lot of that pickling agents that we talked about. And it's next level. I tell you what. I'm sorry. I just have to... So good. I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still getting all these other so good recipes in. I got one for. Let me get that. You want that? Let me get it. I'm sticking around. I got one for cowboy candy eggs. Kick some ass. What do they look like? Let's take a look. Oh yeah. See that jalapeno in there? How good does that look? That be looking good. Oh yeah, I got some other stuff going on too, so I'm all pumped up about that. I'm all excited, you know. That's a little celebration, little 100 video celebration right there. Okay, so I'm all stoked about that. Let me pull my notes over here. What are we doing? Okay, we checked in. How you doing? Is your fire stoked? Are you excited? Are you quit hitting the camera? I appreciate it. Are you pumped up? Let's see here. Do you have that critical eye locked in the hole? You using that, the best defense for everything is impulse control, people. Are you using your impulse control? That'll keep you out of so much trouble, okay? Trying to save people. Hell, man. I don't know if y'all saw that Charlie Kirk rally. I don't know how you couldn't see it. Jesus, right? I mean, it looked like a WWF WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Hell, I even made a cartoon about it. I got like 4 or 5 cartoons in my mind that I got to make about it. And here we go. Here's one of them right here. Everybody running over there to get their damn clout. Trampling all over Charlie Kirk's grave. Like, what the hell is that all about, man? That was wild. That was wild. So I couldn't believe that, right? So I had to use some impulse control to quit, you know, hate watching on that or whatever. And like, I couldn't believe my eyes. I've been to many a funeral. I'm sure you have too. It's a somber event used for healing and trying to remember the dead in a way that is becoming and flattering and respectful. Respectful. Where was the respect? We had the pyrotechnics going off like it was some sort of Olympics or New Year's party or WrestleMania. I just couldn't believe that. That just really knocked my socks off. And everybody going around to try to interview other people about, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? I was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell's going on here, man? Where's the decorum? Where are the adults? Are they no longer in society? I remember when you used to put on a little bit of a dinner jacket or whatever, cocktail suit, or, you know, your best suit jacket you got. And you make yourself a potluck dish and you take it over there to the funeral or the wake or whatever it is, and you put it in line with everybody else's, and you get your little plate, and right here, and you get a little some of that, a little some of that, a little some of that, and then you go stand along the wall and go, yeah, that was awful. He sure was a good guy. And that's what you do, right? That's what you do. That's what a memorial's all about. Sure was a good guy. I remember. That's a memorial, okay? Now, what I'd like to say is contrast that with Asmongold's video of his father. Did you guys see that? That's the way it's done. Okay? That is the way it's done. That's the way you respect somebody's memory. The exact way that Asmongold remembered his father, who just passed away. You know, rest his spirit. That's the way to do it. Good job, Asmongold. I appreciate that. That video was authentic. It was honest. It was emotional. You know, I'm still feeling it today when I think back about it. There was no fanfare. It was not a high production value. You know, he wasn't even selling merchandise. Go figure, right? Get your Charlie Kirk merchandise. But good job, Asmongold. That's the way to do it. And my heart goes out to you, buddy. And it goes out to your dad, wherever he's at right now. And somebody was saying, I saw this pretty funny. They said, can we just get Asmongold to date Kim Kardashian? She's single now. And I'm like, hasn't the poor man suffered enough? Hasn't he suffered enough? Do we need to pit him with that ghoul and have her just suck all of the fucking personality out of him? So I say, no. Let's get Asmongold just a nice woman, okay? Get him some nice woman so that he can be happy for the rest of his life, all right? Let's do that, all right? I appreciate you, Asmongold. All right, so enough of that. Moving on. I'm really excited. Got the new setup. Got it all together. So we're going to start doing them interviews again. So I'm all pumped about that. We're going to try to do some more lives and all that. So I started telling my Hollywood stories on my last live. And if you didn't watch it, go watch it, of course. And then the next one, I'm going to finish telling more of the Hollywood stories, right? And it's a lot of fun. I like doing the lives because I like getting everybody involved, like the chat and everybody. But it's less editing for me. And so the less editing, the better, because I got a full plate over here of things that I got to do. All right. So I got I'm working on 3 or 4 different covers. You know, I got one right here I'm working on. I got to send a couple of these things out. I got this going out to Vincenzo today, my boy. Vincenzo, Watercolor. I got all kinds of other stuff going on, you know what I mean? So the less editing, the better. Because when I edit a video, it takes me about an hour, hour and a half to get that thing together. And I ain't no superstar editor neither. You know what I'm saying? You guys know that. My editing is basically like, to the point, buddy. Here it is. Here we go. You know, bam. That's it. I just tell the story. None of this big high production, you know, whatever. So even the easy stuff takes me a while to do. Got to get that drink going on right there. All right. But that brings me up to our next concept of what we're going to do. And this is going to be a little bit of a writing challenge. It is going to be mixed with artwork, okay? But if you're a storyteller or you want to write or anything like that, that's what's coming up in the next 30 days. We're on day 25 right now, okay, of our current head, you know, trying to get 100 heads done in a month, right? Okay. Some of us have already gotten over 100. Some of us are still getting there, and that's okay. But our next challenge is going to have to do with writing, and it's going to have writing intermingled with artwork, because some people don't like doing artwork, or they don't do artwork or whatever, and that's fine. But you know, art comes in many many different flavors, many different packages, and one of the packages that comes in is writing. Okay, now everybody can write. All right, I'm not saying everybody's a good writer, but everybody can write. Okay, and what we're going to do in the next 30 days is we're going to utilize that writing, because I want everybody has a story to tell. Everybody's story is interesting, important, and they have a story to tell. And we're going to work on getting that story together. Now, it could be a story about your life. It could be a diary. It could be all kinds of stuff. It could be completely fictional. It could be about, you know, a cat and Mersh trying to save a cat civilization. And that's the story I'm going to be working on, okay? In a kitty city. So I'm really excited about that, okay? Now, what I also like to do is, in our Discord, we have a writer's room. So if you want to join the Discord, come on and join. Jump in the writer's room. We already got people writing stories over there. We already got people doing critiques and all that kind of stuff, and little feedback and everything like that, trying to make it a good resource for everybody to try to express themselves creatively. You know, change your life through creativity. That's what we're all about right here, okay? And in the course of that, when you're writing a story, I look at it like you're kind of like a cup, you know, and you fill up the cup with your experience, and you can't write a story until you filled up your cup, and then you pour your cup out for somebody else, you know, to experience or whatever, right? So you have to fill your cup up with experience or whatever, and after you go through that experience or that pain or that struggle or suffering or whatever, now you got something to talk about, right? And maybe you resonate with some other people or YouTube videos or something like that, and it draws you towards this topic, and you really want to talk about it in the form of a story or of a diary, or however you want to express yourself. And I recently got 2 books that I'm excited about from Dr. Allison Miller, and one of them is Healing the Unimaginable, and the other one is called Becoming Yourself. Okay, and I'm really excited to jump into these books, because these 2 books are going to have a primary point of view and a strong influence upon a second novel that I'm writing in a trilogy of novels. And I've already written the first one, and I'm getting ready to write the second one. And so this is going to have a lot to do with the second novel, and how our characters are going to experience this and whatnot. And I might put it up there in the writing room, you know, little bits and pieces of it, of the novel. And my goal with the trilogy is, when I get it completed, my goal is to hire 10 artists each to do between 5 and 10 pictures, illustrations for each novel. So, you know, 100 images per novel from 10 different artists, and they're going to illustrate different parts of the book, of each book, to try to, like, I think it'll be a lot of fun to have 10 different artists putting in their ideas. And it'll also be a way to get the book done faster with illustrations. And so I'm really excited about that. So that's what I'm working on with that. So come on over to the writer's room if you feel so inclined. If you want to, if you don't want to join, then fuck that, right? Fuck off. Don't worry about it. You know, who cares? You ain't got to do it. But hey, if this intrigues you, come on over. Jump into the Discord. The link will be down in the description. You know, you just gotta, there's just a small application, and the application ain't nothing. It's like, hey, do you like artwork or whatever? And you say yes. The only thing that application's there is to keep the bots out, so they don't automatically join, right? The computer bots, right? But you want the person to have to say, yeah, I want to come be a part of this. So we kind of filter out the bots, and that's what we do. So if you feel so inclined to jump on in and come on over, come on over. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to have a good time. We're going to go ahead and utilize that for the next 30-day challenge. Okay, and you know, and use it to make the videos. Now, speaking of videos, we had our last couple of videos, we had some good comments, and I really appreciate you guys' comments. I need all the comments you guys can give me. I need all the shares and the reposts and the subscribers and all that bullshit, right? So that I can interview people when they look at my resume and I say, hey, would you like to talk to me about creativity? And they say, well, let me look and see how many subscribers you've got. You know, let me see if you're even important or worthwhile to talk about. Okay, and they come over and they go look at my subscriber count and go, oh, you only have 200 subscribers. You're a little tiny fish. Why do I want to talk to you? No, I say, well, fuck you then. But damn it, you know, sometimes it's really hard to break through that wall if somebody has like 100,000 or 300,000 subscribers, to break through that wall, because so many people are going at them, right? Trying to get their attention. So it really helps if I have a good amount of subscribers to help break through that. And they say, oh, who's this Ray Ray is happy? How come I never heard of him? He got like 3 billion followers. You know, that'd be nice, right? But no big deal, whatever. We're just trying to make quality stuff and talk to quality people. And trying to develop a reputation so that when I go knocking, people are like, well, you know what, I'd like to talk to this guy because I know that we're going to talk about some real meat and potato stuff here. You know, about the soul or the intrinsic value of the human experience. That's what it's all about. That's what I want to do. And if they don't want to talk about it, if they want to go ahead and be a clout chasing motherfucker, well then get on back to the back of the bus. We ain't going to talk to you anyway. All right? So that's what I got to say about that. But on that note, we do have some really good comments. And on the last video, we got our 100 videos. Pastrami is here. That was fantastic. Let's fucking go. We got Trenton Wade over here saying, everybody should have a friend like you. Treasure to life. You know, Trenton, I really appreciate you, and I see where you're going down there, buddy. I see you on your travels. I see you out and about. Everybody knows T. Wade, and he's out there living his best life. And I just give you a big knuckle bump, buddy. Get out there and be happy, okay? You're always welcome to jump on here. We'll have a conversation. We got D-Wag over there. He says bow. Bow right back at you, D-Wag. We got Air Joe 2567 saying, that theme song is going to be stuck in my head all week. That is exactly why I got Ryan Harkness to do those theme songs. Because I knew those would be like a little earbug that just gets stuck in your head. You're like, Ray Ray is happy. So that makes me really happy that I can torture you like that over this week with that theme song. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. All right. K-Rad says, looks absolutely delicious. Shout out to you, K-Rad. He's one of the homies. Big homie out there. Hope you're doing great. All right. Disco Drongo says, hell yes. Your cook-up looks delicious. It was delicious, and it still is delicious. So hell yeah, let's fucking go. All right. Who else we got over here? We got a couple other ones. We got DJ John Titter. He says, there's absolutely no way possible that Ray Ray could be unhappy with the pastrami like that in his fridge. I tell you, I got 30 pounds of pastrami right in my fridge, and I am pumped up. I'm eating pastrami for breakfast. I'm eating it for lunch. I'm eating it for dinner. And I got so many different, like, pickled things that the flavors are always different, man. I think them Koreans are onto something. You know, they got all that kimchi over there like that. I've had that. It's so good. Pickled vegetables are the way to go, people. They are so good. One of the things I want to do next is the Italian meats like gabagool or capicola that you hang and you make a little charcuterie board, get a little wine, get a little cheese, get a little panache, you know, get a little bourgeoisie. Come on now, let's go. All right, then. We got Grinner, Chest Grinner. He says, in a couple of months, I'll be nearly 1,000 miles closer to where you are. I'm going to make plans for a visit when things settle down. I'll bring a gift of pickles. Well, come on out, buddy. You're going to be close? Come on out. We'll do a barbecue. We'll do a smoke job or whatever like that. We'll have a good time, okay? Get some food popping. That's what we're talking about. All right? I'd like to see you make a patty melt, says Derek or Dryce DLK. You know, a patty melt would be good. We kind of did a patty melt a little bit. We made some White Castles. I don't know if you saw that video a couple weeks back, but we made some killer fucking White Castles, okay? They were fantastic. Now, a patty melt, that's doable. The old, what do they call it? A dirty spoon or is that what they call it? Dirty spoon or a greasy spoon. They call it a greasy spoon. Yeah, we'll make a patty melt. We'll get one of those little press things that you press down on a skillet, you know, to get the, you know, burger all pressed up, and we'll make something fire. You know, that's what we're going to do. All right, we got something from Professor Grass here. He says, let's fucking go. Habanero will sneak up on you. And it does. The habanero really sneaks up on you. Now, Professor Grass is doing some really cool stuff with animation right now. We are working together to do a side project, and he's kind of in charge of it. And so I'm really thankful that he wanted to be a part of that. And we're animating a couple things, so keep your eyes peeled for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And try to do some really cool cartoons that might go viral. We'll see. Who knows? And then we got James out there. James Grabbin. He's saying, bruv. And that's what he always says. Bruv. Let's go, bruv. Okay, come on, bruv. Now, you know what? We had a really good time this weekend. We had a great live. We had some great food on Sunday Fun Day. And that's what it's all about. Coming together as a group, as a community, and trying to have a good time, okay? Now, we're going to get into the week, and we're going to, you know, grind through the week, and then this next weekend, we're going to look forward to some more stuff. We're going to come back together on the live. We're going to have the comments going this time. I got the intro videos all lined up, you know, now that I got my new setup going on. And it'll be fun, okay? So come be a part of it. I want everybody to be a part of it as much as you want to be a part of it. If you're the kind of person that you just want to hang out on the fringes, I see you out there on the fringes. I used to do that too, and I appreciate you. So come on in and hang out on the fringes, okay? And if you want to be the kind of person that wants to walk right up to the old smoker and you want to fiddle with some of the wood and the fire and all that in the firebox to make sure it's going good, come on up. Come get smoky, okay? Right next to me. Come get smoky, and we'll have a little bit of tequila, and we'll get our briskets and our pastrami and our pork butt and everything else under the sun smoked up real good, okay? Then we'll go make something else. And that's what we're going to do here, okay? We're going to do creativity during the week, and we're going to have a good time and cut loose on a weekend. And that's what it's all about, all right? So to that end, I'm going to jump into the demo real quick, and we'll get this on out here. I know James is breathing down my neck. He's like, Ray, you're coming up on 20 minutes, buddy. It's taking too long. It's taking too long. Can we get out of here now? Can we get out of here? I got you, James. All right. And we're going to put me up in the corner. Of course. And we're going to do some egg expressions, okay? Now, I figure we ought to do this, right? We ought to do some of these egg expressions. And we made so many fun little eggs. All right. Now, I'm drawing at an angle, people, so don't give me too hard of a time. Now, you can bust my balls as much as you want to. There we go. We're going to do our egg expressions. Now with the egg expressions, all we're going to do is make an egg. Okay, that's why it's called egg expression. We're going to put our vertical and our horizontal in there. All right, that's where we're going to put our eyeballs. Okay, now we're going to come down here. We got our nice little egg, and this is him before we torture him. Okay, he's just sitting there all mild-mannered and whatnot, going through his day. He's just happy. He's got his little eyeballs and his little mouth. He's in his little eyes and eyebrows. He's just like la 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 la. So he's just having a good time, right? Then we do something to piss him off. Okay, so he's over here now. Now he's got his eyebrows. Now he's all pissed off. Okay, I don't know what we did. Maybe we ate his last pastrami sandwich, and he was saving that, right? Has that ever happened to you when somebody eats your damn pastrami sandwich, or the last thing you were saving in the refrigerator, and you go in the refrigerator and you're so heartbroken because, damn it, you were really counting on that, you know? Put his teeth in there. He got some funny teeth, maybe. All right, he's got some funny teeth. And then we're gonna put his tongue in there. And he's all upset. He's all mad. Okay? Got a little bit of teeth in the bottom, a little lip down there. And all we're doing is trying to work on getting our expressions. Okay, so we're just focused on how to make somebody have an expression. Okay, so there's our little egg. I see my ravens out there at the door. They're out there at the door right now at my front door begging for food right there. I see you over there. Hop along. All right. I name all the ravens. I do. This one, his name is Hop Along because he kind of got his feathers hanging down. He hears me. He's turning towards me right now. Hop Along. I see you out there. Okay. So let's get back to work. I know, James. I'm sorry. I got distracted. All right. We got to get James on too. All right. Then we got this egg guy over here. Maybe he's sad now. He realized that there ain't no more pastrami sandwiches going on. So he's got a little tear coming out his eye, and he's all, why no more pastrami sandwiches? What the hell? And he's all sad. Okay, so then we got him right there, okay? He's not happy at all, okay? Now he's thinking, well, maybe I'll make some more pastrami sandwiches. How long would that take me to make some more? So he's thinking about it, right? So we're going to do an expression where maybe he's talking to himself and he's thinking about it. He's got, you know, his question marks. You know, he's not sure. He's like, I don't know. A little pastrami sandwich. You can't really see it up there. Let me move it down. There we go. So he's like, oh, maybe we can make some more pastrami sandwiches. But then he checks in the back of the refrigerator, okay? And he checks in the back of the refrigerator and he sees that there's still some pastrami left, right? So he's all excited now. Look at this. He's all happy. He's all happy. He's got his teeth right here. And it's fun to put the teeth in there, right? And maybe they're all fucked up. You know, who knows? Who cares, right? His parents didn't have money to give him braces when he was a kid or something, right? Then he's got his teeth and his tongue down here. And he's like, oh my God, I just found all this pastrami in the back of the refrigerator, and I was so sad, but now I'm so happy that there's all this pastrami down there. So he's all happy, okay? He can't wait to get into that pastrami. But then he looks closer, right? He's like, what the hell's going on? He's like, I better investigate this. Oh. He sees that the pastrami might have a little bit of fuzz on it. He's like, no fuzz on the pastrami. Can't have any of the fuzz on the pastrami. So then he like gets mad because he recognizes that it's fuzz on the pastrami. Okay? So he's not happy about that. He's like, damn it, I can never have anything around here. Okay? Everybody always gotta ruin my shit. People be eating my pastrami, and I'm left with the one with a little bit of mold on it, a little bit of fuzz growing on the pastrami. Now I'm all upset about the fuzz on the pastrami. But then a crazy idea happens. Then he gets this crazy idea. He starts to go crazy. He remembers that blue cheese has mold on it, and he eats blue cheese. So he's sitting there and he's thinking, fuck it, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go crazy, and I'm gonna eat that pastrami anyway, okay? So he gets this devilish look on his face like he's gonna throw caution to the wind. He's gonna eat the pastrami. He's got his big toothy grin going on right here. He's gonna go ahead and eat the pastrami. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, we gonna eat this pastrami. Nothing's gonna stop me now. And of course, he's got some exclamation point. A couple of those exclamation points. He's like, yeah, we're gonna get that pastrami. We're gonna get in there and get it. Right? So then he takes a bite of the pastrami. And he's like, ooh-wee! That is some spicy pastrami! You know, he's got his lips are jumping out from outside of his mouth. And he's like, woo-wee! That is some spicy pastrami! And he's like, you know, very strong taste of the pastrami. So then he savors on that flavor for a minute, and he's really happy about it. That's some tasty pastrami, he says. Maybe I'll call it blue cheese pastrami. So good. You know, he's got a big smile on his face. He can't wait. But then something happens, and he thinks, oh my God, if I eat the pastrami with the mold on it, am I going to die? And he doesn't know. And then he has another thought. Well, if I die, at least I'll die happy. And so, there we go. And that's our story of our little egghead, right? And that's how he went through his whole emotional phase of, I'm going to get some pastrami. Who ate my pastrami? I don't have any more pastrami. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't know. Can I make more pastrami? Oh wait, there's more pastrami still in the back of the refrigerator. Oh my God, it looks like there might be a little mold on the pastrami. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Why is the world fucking with me so much? Oh, I think I'm gonna eat that pastrami. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go crazy and eat that blue cheese pastrami. Ooh, I had a bite of that pastrami. It's so good. So good. Love that pastrami. Oh, wait. Will I die from eating the blue cheese pastrami? I don't care. It was so good. I'm happy about it. Yeah, with doggies. And that was basically our pastrami jersey, okay? I mean, our pastrami journey with our egg expression, or Eggman. So why don't you go on out there? I got some eggs right here. I'm about to crack open. Oh yeah, cowboy candy. If you didn't know, now you know. All right, we're coming up on 28 minutes. Don't worry, James. We're still under 30 minutes, so we got that going on. Okay, I know James is gonna bust my ass, but let's get out there. I want you to kick some ass today. We're gonna say, "Let's go, Jared," and we're gonna get after it. Okay, have a great week, people. Let's go.